What up, 4th grade? Today we are going to be talking about rounding numbers. So, first off, let's talk about that vocabulary. We've got to estimate. Estimate means to tell you about, and that is a key word, about, how many or how much. Now, it's close to the exact amount. It's not going to be exact, and that's the whole idea of an estimate. It gets you close. So that's where that keyword about comes in. Our second vocabulary is going to be to round. So that is to replace a number with another number that tells, oh look, about how many or how much. So for example, we've got round 38 to the nearest 10. Well, let's think about that number for a second, 38. We've got 38 and we need to round it to the nearest 10. Well, in order to round, we need to know what the rules are. So when the rules are this, if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you let it rest. That means that it stays a 0 when we start rounding. But if it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you're going to let it soar. And that means that you're going to add one more to where you're working. So for example, we have 38. We need to round to the nearest 10. So that means we have to look at this number and figure out which number is in the tens place. Is the 8 in the tens place or is the 3 in the tens place? The 3 is going to be in the tens place. So that means that's the number we need to round. So that means we need to look at our neighbor. Now our neighbor is going to be where these rules come into play. Well, depending on what the neighbor is going to help us figure out where it needs to go. Now if you look, I drew a little baby number line right here. I've got it 0 all the way to 10. And if you notice, here's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 8 is going to be about right here. So that means that it's going to have to go up because it's part of that let it soar group. So that means that the 38, the 8 is going to change the 3. So that means we're going to add 1 to the 3 because that's where we let it soar. So 3 is going to change to 4. And the 8 just turns into a 0 because we rounded to the nearest 10. So now let's try that with this number. Round 437 to the nearest 100. So here's my little number line. This time I didn't do it for 1 through 10. This time I did 400, 450, and 500. Now we're going to estimate where 437 would be on this number line. But first, where do we need to round to? We need to round to the nearest 100. So I'm going to underline that hundreds place so that way I don't forget what I'm rounding to. So okay, now 437 on a number line. Where would that go? Well, 437 is more than 400. Is 437 more than 450? Yeah, you've got 3 tens. You've got 5 tens. Would you rather have 3 $10 bills or 5 $10 bills? I would rather have 5 $10 bills. So that means that the 437 is going to be less than the 450. So it's going to live somewhere probably around in here. So now here's the question. If that's about, because we're estimating, about where the 437 is it going to go down to the 400 because we're rounding to the nearest 100, or is it going to go up to 500? Well, let's look at our rules. If it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, we need to let it rest. And if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to change it up and add 1. So because we're rounding to the 4, we have to look at our neighbor, which is a 3. A 3 in that tens place. So that means, what are we going to do? Are we going to let it rest, or are we going to have it soar and add 1 more? We're going to let it rest. So that means the 400 stays the same. And that 3 changes to a 0. Now what about that 7? Well, here's the thing. When you round any numbers after the place value that you're rounding to will turn into zeros. So we're not going to put this as 407 because that would be not rounding it. That would be probably more like estimating. We're going to change it to just 400 because we're estimating to the closest 100. Okay, so what about 3,474 rounded to the nearest 1,000? Well, same idea. I've got my little number line. I'm rounding to the nearest 1,000 this time, so I want to look at that neighbor. So it's here, 3,474. Is that going to be more than 3,000? Yeah, because there's 400s right there. So it's more than 3,000. Is it going to be more than 3,500? 400s, 500s. Would I want $400 bills or $500 bills? I would want $500 bills personally. So the 400 is going to be smaller than the 3,500. So we're going to put our dot, and again, we're just estimating it. We're going to put it probably about right there. So now the question is it going to round down to the nearest 1,000, or is it going to round up to the nearest 1,000? Well, that 4, if we go back over to our rules, 1, 2, 3, 4, we let it rest. So that means that 3,000 is going to stay the same. And everything after it, poof! Magical poop, it is a 0! So that means that 3,474 is going to round to 3,000. Now, you're going to also see something like this. Round to the place value of the underlined digit. So just like we were doing before over here, we're going to be having to look at our next door neighbor. That neighbor and these rules over here are going to be what helps us round it when we don't have a number line. But that doesn't mean you can't draw a number line. You totally can. So, let's try this. We have 934,567, and they want us to round to this place value. Well, that's the thousands place. So that means I need to look at my neighbor, which is in the hundreds place. So because that is a 5, let's go to my rules. So here, I'm looking for 5, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Oh, there's 5. So we need to let it soar. We add one more. So that means that everything in front is going to stay the same, except for that 4. So the 9 is going to stay the same. The 3 is going to stay the same because we're not rounding those two. We're only rounding the thousands place. Now, because the 5 was in the add, let it soar, add one more, we're going to add 1 to 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5. And then everything behind that, how many place values do we have? 1, 2, 3. We're going to add 3 zeros. Okay, so let's try the next one. Ooh, another big number. 923,718. And they want us to round to the tens place. Okay, so we're going to look at our neighbor. And our neighbor is an 8. So let's look. We've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8. Okay. So 8 tells me that we're going to add one more. So I'm going to add one more to the 1. And the 8 is going to change into a 0. So that means everything in front, though, stays the same or changes? It stays the same. So that would be 923,700, and here's where we're changing because we rounded it. The 1, we're going to add one more to make that into a 20. And the 8 changes to a 0. It's so magical. All right, last one. 562,408. We're rounding to the 100,000s place, so that means we have to look at our neighbor. So we have a 6, so let's go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. So we're going to add one more to that 5. So that means the 5 is going to turn into a 6. And then everything behind it is going to be zeros, like magic. So how many zeros do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So poof, 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 and poof. Ah, but I need to remember to put my comma, because that comma is going to come back for you. I'm warning you. And there you have it. So just remember the rules for rounding. If it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the neighboring place value, you let the number rest. You don't add anything to it, and you change everything behind it to a 0. But if it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you're going to let it soar, and you are going to add one more to that place value. Awesome. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up.